have no idea when it starts. We've been doing this for 6 weeks now. We're starting our 6th week. We actually think we did it for a couple weeks before that, and I still don't know when it actually starts. I just don't.
We're 50 days into quarantine.
Emily knows when it starts.
So 7 weeks.
Because Emily's first, so she knows when it starts, but we never know when it starts. No. We're starting a week number 6 of giving away presents, giving away stuff. This is the 6th t-shirt that will go out. Maybe more if you say, because I think Isis wanted one as well. Oh, everybody, Tom is forced. He's forced. You get it?
I get it.
Yes, because it's May the 4th. We do have a Star Wars question on the ballot tonight. So for all the geeks out there celebrating May the 4th, you are lucky. Steam has made it second, ironically third. So he is... It's not working out for Steam. Hey everybody, we do this at 7 o'clock every night. My name is Keith. I've got a podcast called Another Wasted Hour. It's available on all your podcast outlets. You can get it from just about anywhere. It's free. There's like 141 episodes or 146 episodes. I don't know. There's 140-ish episodes. They're about an hour long. They've got some trivia. They've got some really fun internet internet news. You get exposed to some local music from the Washington, D.C. area. And really talented people that you probably wouldn't have heard of before. So go check that out. We would appreciate it. I have noticed over the last 30 days, I've looked at the stats. Not a single review on our podcast. I don't know if there were any stars given, but no reviews given. So I don't know what we're doing. I don't know why we're here, honestly, Caitlin. It doesn't...
Because we're stuck in our house because we're not allowed to leave.
That's true. And in addition to that, we are also here in a Seafoam... in a Seafoam studio because Craig won yesterday and got to pick what color the studio was. K-Po-Bok-Tok says, what's cracking, fools? Well... Seafoam.
Me, that is K-Pabok-Tok 33.
Oh, I'm sorry. There are 32 K-Kebab-Cocks before this K-Babop-Tok came along. Is 33 important? Is that a name, like a number that really resonated with you? Because it's not like you weren't born in 33, right? Because there's no way that there's somebody who's like
in their 80s.
In their 80s on Twitch. If there was, that would be awesome. I would be like all in on that if there was like an 80-year-old like gamer who streamed. Would you watch like an 85-year-old gamer streaming? Yeah. I would do that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely do that.
Just if my mom started streaming.
If your mom streamed, it would be bad because your mom also don't remembers things. It's the name of my hood. Things. Oh, okay, cool. 33 is the name of my hood. Okay. So I guess it's like an area code or something, right? That would be 33. So. Septic's here from the UK. Welcome, Septic. Glad to have you here. Danny has joined us. Melissa also here. This is good. We have the longest living building in Europe. Whoa!
That's pretty cool. We're getting really popular in Europe.
Yeah, we're huge in Europe. Fantastically large in Europe. Here, not so much, but in Europe, Japan loves us. No.
From the air looks like the number 33. Oh.
Oh. We're learning things. Where
Neat.
Where are you from? What city are you in that has...
Tell us more.
Yes. You have our interest. We would like to hear more. Kabapakak. Okay. Kabapakak. I'm not doing... Oh, Ukraine. Oh, that's so cool. All right, everybody look up Lutsk in Ukraine. We're trying to find a picture of a building that looks like a 33 from above. We have a new friend.
Ukraine.
We're going to look it up too.
33.
It'll be...
It might end up on a list somewhere.
Eventually, we are going to have this as a quiz question sometime in the future. I feel like we should definitely have this. No, just look for, what was it? It's the longest living building in Europe. Look for the longest living building in Europe. That's the way you look it up. in Europe. That has to be really old. Oh, look. That says it. Part 1. Market Square. Market Square is the oldest square. Not seeing a 3, though. This is very interesting. I know, you're probably thinking, I came here for trivia, but Krovazkak. Ah, okay. Krovazkak. It means bloodstream, like this part of of a knife. Oh, okay. Ah, I like it. Um, that's pretty cool. We've learned things. All right, we're gonna find this later. Everybody else, look this up. We're looking up. It's the oldest living building in Europe. It's in the Ukraine and Lusk uh, and yeah, and it looks like a 33 from above. So somebody find that because there's lots of smart people. Looks like the 2 3s on top of each other, like 2 3s on top of each other. Melissa's found it. All right, this is cool. We found it. This is so cool.
I must see this now.
Krovostok. Yeah, Krovostok. Okay. But it's in Cyrillic probably, and so that's why it looks all weird to me.
Looks like it's peas. Oh.
Oh, we found it!
Nailed it.
Ah, okay.
The longest house in the world.
Oh, it's the longest house. The longest living building. That makes sense. Okay.
Longest building which
so we thought it was oldest, but it's actually the longest house in the world, or in Europe at least. Is it in the world? It says world.
In the whole world.
It's 3,700 meters long.
That's cool.
And you live there? This is so neat. Oh, Septic believes that they're gonna win. This didn't work out last time you called your shot, Septic. We'll see how it goes. That's neat, like a beehive. Yeah, it's got kind of the angular way about it. Oh, that's neat. That's totally it.
3 3.
Yeah. Cool.
That's amazing.
We've met a new person, and they live in their neighborhood has the longest house in the world. That's pretty neat. All right, let's do this. How do we have 17 people. We're way over the legal limit. This is good. In America, you're only allowed to have 9 people in a place at one time, and we have 17. So that means that we can do some trivia. All right, so let's do it. Let's do question number 1.
This is the closest question.
Closest question. So this means, by the way, for those that don't know, because you may be new to all of this, when you come in here, if you're the first person to say first in the chat, you get a point. Emily was the first one to do that, so she got that. If you want that point, you may want to subscribe and follow and do like the notifications and all of that stuff, and that way you can get that. Yeah, they were living in that house.
That's so cool.
That's really neat. We have somebody watching who is living in the longest house in the world. That's neat. I like that. But to get other points, other ways that you get points, if you share the show on Facebook, you get a point. You should see an alert down over here that would say that you have shared the show. And if you answer the question correct in chat during the time allotted, usually 60 seconds, you get a point. And if you're the first person to get it correct, you get 2 points. And I think that's all of them. All right. So this one's going to be a closest question. That means that somebody's going to get a point. Because if you get it correct, let's say the answer was 15. If you guess 15, then you get a point. If nobody guesses 15 at all, and you guessed 14, you get a point. And if you guess 16, that person would also get a point. So it's so you can get points just by being the closest to the correct answer. So for question number 1, it is closest, but we will need the entire year. Okay, so you can't just put like 20 because we don't know if that's like 2020 or 1920 or 1820 or 1720 or any of those. Tom Johnson would like a style point for forced. Granted. There we go. Shaggy is here. The office building in Camden Yards is one of the longest buildings in Maryland, I think. I think at least it was. I don't know if it still is. Jenny's going to try your bark thins. She got them at Safeway.
Oh.
I
am currently enjoying a bag of cherry granola bark thins.
They say, I didn't know at the time it was the longest building when I was living there, but focus on the game, guys.
Will do.
Even when the
I like
person
that
who
little robot
lived...
face.
Yeah, I made a robot. Even the person who is like from the longest building is like, this isn't interesting anymore. All right, so question number 1. What is it?
In what year was the Great Chicago Fire?
Now, this is going to be a little like American leaning this time, but we've got some other ones.
But you can just guess a random year.
Yeah, you can guess any random year. But there was a gigantic fire in the U.S. city of Chicago, and it was started by a cow, at least theoretically.
Allegedly.
Kevin Lovett Jr. is here. Hi, welcome, Kevin. If you'd like to participate, just guess a year. Guess the year you think that the Great Chicago Fire happened. And we're doing closest.
So somebody's definitely going to get points.
So yeah, Kevin's here. He says that the party has arrived. Good. All right. Excellent. I was worried about the party. So there's about 30 seconds left. Make sure you get your answer in. Let's see. Isa says it's April 29th, 1992. There was a lot of riot on the street. Tell me where were you? Which I believe is a lyric from Sublime. Which is... They were not really talking about the Chicago Fire at that point, I don't think. I could be wrong.
We're not talking about the Great Chicago Fire.
I don't think it was.
It did the thing.
All right. Time is up. So let's go to the chat now and see what people were guessing. I'll take a look at the actual thing. I realize I have to pull up the show itself so that I can see when people had their answers in. So we're waiting for Facebook, but let's start from the top. It looks like we've got... What are you doing?
I'm just making faces.
Okay, make faces. That's good. You're good at faces. Let's see. Tom Johnson came in first, it looks like, with 1890. We have an 1871, 1918, 1912 from Septic over on Twitch. We've got 1921, 1941, 1921, 1910, 1981. Septic says, well, definitely not my night.
Oh, Septic.
You'll get some of these. You're going to get some of these,
You're going to nail some of these, I promise.
Kevin went with 1871, 1870 by Emily, 1892 Steam, 1870 by Melissa. Septic says I should stop saying that. Yeah, what you do is you come in like a dark horse, right? You're like, oh, I don't know. I don't think today is going to be my day. And then you just own it. And nobody sees it coming. All right. Did anybody get it correct?
Yes.
Oh, so no closest. Somebody actually nailed it. So let's find out what's the actual answer.
1871.
1871, which means Danny, I think, was the first one to get that. 1871. Didn't see any other guesses. Kevin Lovett Jr. comes in with the party, leaves with a point. Well done. All right, this is good. Steam says I should have Karen'd, and you would have lost.
You should not have
Karen'd. You should have definitely not
unless
Karen'd.
Unless you're trying to lose.
Unless you're trying to lose, which you're terrible at doing now, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, so we're off to the races. We have Danny with 2 points, and we've got Kevin with 1 point. Everybody else still in this. Let's go on to question number 2.
Who crowned Napoleon Bonaparte as emperor?
Krista has also joined us. Krista Autry. Welcome. If you'd like to participate, just throw your answer into the question there into the chat, and we'll get you a point if it's correct. You asked about the cow in the previous question. Did it mention the year? Should we have remembered the year?
I did not mention the year.
We didn't mention the year. We were sneaky about it. Tom says he's wrong. Yep, yeah, you're right about being wrong again. You're really good about being able to be right about being wrong. Like 100% of the time.
Yeah. Google is your friend.
It doesn't matter if I don't get a style point for that. I just made Brody wheeze laughing.
Well, you know what? You do get a style point for that.
Ah, look at that.
Suck on that, Isis.
All right, so about 30 seconds left on the clock. Robespierre. Pope Pius. Pope Pius the 7th. Josephine. says Amy Mack. Robin Hood goes with Shaggy. Is that true?
Style point.
Style point for that. Craig says Thomas Morvello Riddle.
You go to hell.
King Edward the 14th. Napoleon Dynamite. That's all the time we have. We're going to the chat here. Let's see. Napoleon Dynamite was crowned by Tater Tots. Did you know that?
Point.
Style point. Steam goes with Donald Trump, who was not alive at the time, I don't believe.
And can't crown anyone.
Yeah, I don't think that works. The Pope says Emily.
I mean, he thinks he can do a lot of things.
Christina's going with a Karen, and I think has gotten in under the bar for that.
Oh, definitely she did.
Yeah, so time's up now.
Time up with there.
And let's see. I put it in when I saw it go up, I think, right? The Queen of Spain says Melissa. And that's all of them. So for the sake of Christina, we need to know, did anyone get it right?
No.
No one got it right. Oh my goodness! Nicely done. Threw a Karen and got it. Christina, well done. No one saw that coming. Up to this point, we've only had a handful of wins when it comes to Karens. Now it's starting to really come in. We had a whole period where nobody got it. Nobody ever got one. And then we had Danny get one, and then 3 people got one, and now Christina's gotten one. So Christina with the only point of that question. Everybody else, no points. Christina now has one, tied for second with Emily. Danny still in the lead with 2 points. Moving on to question number 3.
Oh, Danny is now fighting me.
Danny's fighting? Oh, why is Danny fighting? Why does Danny hate you? All right, we're saying it's Pope Pius. We believe the correct answer is Pope Pius, that the book is wrong, and that we now have to do some Googling. We're taking a time out for Googling. While she Googles things, once again, I'd like to tell you about my podcast. It's Another Wasted Hour. It has me hosting along with my dear friend, engineer Adam. We bring in local artists and musicians from the Washington, D.C. area. A lot of very talented people. You can go check out their music on our show. We have also got trivia. We invented a game show that we call Please God Just Get One Right. It's 6 questions about a weird-ass topic that the previous guest has given us. And so it also has some fun, internet news, stuff that'll probably crack you up. So go check it out. It's free. There's 140 episodes. It's on all of your podcast outlets. Go search for Another Wasted Hour and give us a review and some stars and stuff. We'd appreciate it. What did we find? We're going to the judges.
Well, we found that I'm right, and that Craig has copied the same thing I was going to say. He crowned himself emperor.
Ah, all right.
Specifically to reject the authority of the Pope.
So the Pope would have done it, but he was like, I got this.
Yeah.
So Pope Pius was there, but didn't actually get to put the crown on him because he was like, that's mine.
Right. The Pope was meant to have done it.
Oh. Steam says, I'm backing Danny. Why are you backing Danny? Danny is not correct. Do not feed her. She thinks she's right, but she's
Septic
incorrect.
wants to know where you find the podcast. Why don't you share that with Septic?
Sure. Yeah, you can go to, I don't know what they have in the UK, but Apple Podcasts. I'm going to type it. Podcasts. Or Google Play Music. Or Spotify. What else? Stitcher. iHeart Radio. I put a bunch of places in there. If you just go to the place that you usually get podcasts, you could probably search for Another Wasted Hour, and you'll probably find it. So we're on a lot of different places. We even have episodes up on YouTube. We have episodes up on Facebook. So if you want to go from there, you can go to listen.anotherwastedhour.com and you can listen from the webpage there. If you don't have anything that does podcasts.
Yeah.
That's another option. So it's all over the place. We're worldwide.
New fan.
Yeah. This is good. We're going international, people. We're going to go on tour. All right. Let's move on to question number.
I just need to know if Danny accepts the answer that is right.
Doesn't matter. It's correct. We're moving on.
Fine.
Isis says, love Another Wasted Hour on YouTube. Well, thank you, Isis. We appreciate it. No, thank you, Septic. Let us know what you think. Give us a review, and hopefully you don't think we suck. What's the next question? Is it question number 3?
Yeah.
Question number 3.
What do the letters VSOP stand for on a bottle of cognac?
I feel like this is an international question. Anyone can get this one. 60 seconds on the clock. So all you need to do is let us know what the letters VSOP, if they're stamped on a bottle of cognac or printed on a bottle of cognac, what does that stand for? What does that mean? Why is that good? Is it good? I guess that could be all. It could be like, it could be, let's see. Tom Johnson says very smooth old pale, very special original poster. It could be very smelly orange peels. Yeah, that would be good. Very smelly organic posterior.
Could you read Isis's answer?
Isis's answer says very sexy old penis. That's yeah, you don't want that on a bottle of anything, really. I'll be honest. 10 seconds left on the clock. Get the answers in. Make sure to type them away. Septic says violently split open pineapples.
Style point.
Oh my goodness. I can imagine that. Right now it has such a good feel. So, like I can watch in my mind, I close my eyes and I can see the violent slicing or splitting open of pineapples. All right, time was up, so I've gone to the chat. We'll wait for Facebook to catch up. Oh, Craig has thrown a Karen. We do have a Karen this time, too. And it looks like it was within time. So that counts. We've got a Karen thrown. Let's see. Very smooth old pale. Very special original poster. Very special old pale. Very special oak prepared. These are good guesses. Very superior old pale. Volume standard of Poland. Those aren't the right letters, are they? Is it yeah, I know that works. Okay, that works. Very superior old pale. Very special old pale. Karen. Can I have hand grenade rules for this one?
What are the hand grenade rules?
It's if you're close. Like,
no.
Yeah, he wants the horseshoes and hand grenades.
No.
Rule.
No.
Where it's closest without going over when it comes to spelling. If you got most of them right. Well, I don't know that it's even going to matter, Tom, because first we need to find out, did anyone actually get it correct?
Yes.
So someone got it correct. So even if we did have the hand grenade and horseshoes rule, no one would count for being closest because someone got it.
Yeah.
What's the actual answer?
Very superior old pale.
Very superior old pale. This may be weird for people to hear, but it looks like Danny got it correct.
And Kevin.
And then Kevin right after her. So 2 points to Danny, 1 point for Kevin, and unfortunately, a negative point to Craig because
sorry, Craig.
He threw a Karen and somebody did get it correct. So you lose a point. For those that aren't familiar with how Karen works, a Karen is a special kind of bet. Bob's joined us. Hello, Bob. And so what you do is if you think nobody else knows the answer and you also don't know it, well, I guess you wouldn't have to not know it necessarily. You could know the answer. But if you think everybody else doesn't know it, right, then you can yell Karen in the chat. If nobody gets it correct, you get a point, even if you didn't know it. But if somebody does get it right, anyone gets it right, you actually lose a point. So it's not even that you don't get a point, you lose a point entirely. So it's a gamble, but you don't need to know the correct answer in order to get it.
Steam welcomes someone named Justin, and I'm curious what Justin that is.
Oh, Steam, what Justin did you say hi to? We didn't see Justin come in, and we like people named Justin. We're very fond of Justins.
We know so many Justins.
We know a lot of Justins. Justin, say hi to us.
Please.
So something that is old and pale is superior. Seems weird.
Well done, Melissa.
Tom goes with the reversed hand grenade, where it's not even close.
Oh, you know what we need to do?
No, what do we need to do?
We need to wrap up last week.
Oh, we do need to wrap up last week. Let's do that at the halfway part.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll move on to question number 4. We're going to announce our winner from last week after question number 5 when we do our halftime show. That's where, we're going to have, we'll have the cat maybe come in.
It's going to be like Beyonce and Shakira.
I'll be on a pole.
Going to be shaking.
And I'll shake my butt. Yeah.
Lots of butt shaking.
Yeah, and then she's going to rap.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to play the electric guitar in barely any clothing.
I'm in. I mean, I think this is a good idea, folks. What do you think? Huh? Yeah. Just saying.
You have an electric guitar, right?
Oh, yeah, we got an electric guitar. Let's make this happen. Let's see. Only if they're named Brandy with a Y, French people say. Someone who I shared with that doesn't show up as shared on your end. Oh, well, Justin, we're really glad to have you here. Say hi. We want to be your friend.
Septic says it sounds like a normal Monday.
We need to hang out with Septic. Septic Scope has really great Mondays, apparently. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see your booty shake, says Craig over on YouTube.
Very helpful, Craig. Thank you.
No stairway. Yeah, no stairway to heaven. All right. So let's go with question number 4.
Yes. What company's logo features a black colt on a yellow background?
Again, not specific to the U.S. necessarily.
Definitely.
Cars are pretty universal, right? I've seen Fords over in the U.K. I've seen Chevys just in the U.S.
Saabs in America.
Saabs in America. Is there anything other than Fords that go over? Are there Chevys anywhere else? I know there are Fords all over the place.
There's smart cars everywhere.
Yeah, but I don't know that there are actually any if there are any actual Chevys anywhere. I feel like I never see Chevys anywhere. Chevrolet. Are there Chevrolets in the Ukraine? I feel like there's a Ford in the Ukraine, right? We should ask all these questions. Are there any American cars in the Ukraine? That's what we need to know.
Or in the UK, for that matter.
UK definitely has American cars, but it definitely has Fords. I know that. All right, about 25 seconds left. Get your answers into the chat. We're still not seeing Justin. Justin, we need an answer from you. We're desperate.
You must speak with us, Justin.
We want to be your friend. Why won't you be our friend?
Be our freaking friend.
Isis has a guess. She says it's the Jamaican bobsled team. Cool runnings.
Style point begrudgingly.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Lots of guesses. A lot of Ferraris. Some Porsches. Time's up, so let's go.
Lambo in there.
Over to the chat now and see what people had to say. Yeah, there's Lamborghini. It does feel fast, right? If you've got a Colt and you've got yellow. Yellow's like a really fast color. You don't get a yellow sedan. Right? People
have yellow Subarus.
Nobody gets a yellow station wagon. Right?
Oh, people get those Xteras in yellow. Those are hideous.
Not since the 70s have you seen an estate car with yellow. Right?
Yeah.
Beige, sure.
Beige.
All right, so let's see. We've got the main answers we've got are Porsche, Ferrari, and Lamborghini. Are any of those correct?
Yes.
We have American cars, 70% of them. Oh, okay. I didn't know you had so many of our cars. I thought we had most of them. I'll be honest.
You're a pain in the ass.
All right. So, are any of those correct?
Yes.
What is the correct answer?
Ferrari.
It is Ferrari.
Which means Septic got it right and got the double point.
Yay! Septic came in first and got it correct and first. That's so great. Maybe this is your night, Septic. This could be your night. You're now in second place, I think. So maybe. No, not in second place?
Nope.
No, not at all in second place.
Nope.
I lied. You're not even close to second place.
Third place, though.
You're in third place. Yeah! Way to go. Isis would love a yellow Woody. Well, you're in luck, Isis, because I have a highlighter.
Septic says, no, don't jinx it.
Porsche's apparently a prancing horse. Lame. All right, let's go on to question number 5.
It says they're not on a yellow background. It's not like it has a lot of stuff.
It's goldy background. Yeah, not really yellow. It's
gold.
Yeah, I would say more gold.
And it's got stuff.
It's got other things.
The logo has things other than the horse.
Yeah, it would also be a coat of arms.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
This is just a colt on a yellow background.
Wait, Kristen D says, looks like we were first. Was there a tie?
What?
There was not a tie.
No, there wasn't a tie.
No,
No, unfortunately, 5 seconds before you, Kristen D. Again, I will warn people, we figured this out a couple days ago. Twitch is faster than Facebook. So if you go over to Twitch, you do get a little bit of an advantage there. YouTube apparently is faster than Facebook as well. Gordon Sr. went with Colt Arms. I don't know if he meant that there's a car that just stole the arms off of a Colt.
Kristen says no way. I'm not sure what Kristen is no waying.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, if you watched the chat when it went by, you would have seen that the Twitch folks got there. Septic got there 5 seconds before you. And it's just different streaming platforms, different speeds. But yeah, go check it out. We're on Another Wasted Hour on Twitch as well. If you want the speed, you can head over there. All right, let's go to question number 5. Pterodactyl is Greek for what 2 words? You have to get both of them to get this right. Okay, so it's an all. One answer, both words, 60 seconds. Got to get them both to get the point. Also, a lot of people don't know this. The word pterodactyl also is not at all spelled like it sounds.
No.
Not even close. It's so...
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, no, it's so bad.
Pterodactyl.
No, pterodactyl looks like somebody was trying to write like a periodontist, but sneezed, and like all the tiles went everywhere. They were like, "Oh, I need my teeth done by the periodontist." Is that what it is?
I'm really enjoying these answers.
And then, is that the right one?
What?
When you get like braces and stuff?
Is an orthodontist.
What's the other one?
Periodontist. Periodontist is root canals.
Root canals. So you were like, I need to get a root canal from the guy, and you started getting all the tiles for Scrabble, and time's up. And then you like sneezed and you hit the table, and they all turned into pterodactyl. That's what it seems like. Pterodactyl. Do you think pterodactyl has ever actually been used in Scrabble? Has anyone thrown...
I think it's impossible.
Why?
Because it's too many letters. You only get 7.
Yeah, but I feel like, what if somebody, like, put,
Actyl?
Yeah.
No.
Somebody was like, Peridot. No? Alright. Alright, time's up. Let's take a look at what people said. This is good. These are the great when people don't entirely know, and so you get some really fantastic ones. Isis says, note taken. Dog horse. Terrifying fingers.
You might be thinking of tyrannosaur.
Landfoot. Earthbird. Winged asshole, says Isis. Kevin goes with wing finger. Greg says scary pigeon. Winged finger also Tom. Winged finger says Danny. Winged feet says Melissa.
Nope, that would be fucking horrifying.
Winged finger says septic. Then time was up before Steam was able to get his answer of winged thingamajig. So any style points on those?
I gave Isis a style point.
Isis gets one.
Craig gets a style
point for Craig.
Yeah, that's it.
Those are the ones. Those are the ones that really got you. You didn't like dog horse.
Okay, yeah, that made me go like this. So that gets a style point.
So if you make her face to contort in some way, you can get a style point.
That also counts.
It looks like the most popular one was winged finger.
It means wing and finger.
Yes. Wing and finger. Are we accepting winged finger?
I'm accepting winged finger.
So wing finger, first person with winged finger. Isis got it halfway correct with winged asshole. Unfortunately, we are not accepting half answers. No. So Kevin Lovett Jr. came in with the first answer, got 2 points. And then Tom Johnson, Danny, Melissa, and Septic all with points.
Did you see what Septic said?
I may have jumped on the boat.
It happens. Isis says, please stop saying fingered.
Stop saying fingered. Well, later you're gonna get a what was it? You're gonna get a yellow Woody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be fine.
We're halfway through.
So let's go down the standing points and see how everyone's doing. If your scores differ from our scores, please let us know. We are just doing this on a spreadsheet, so we could use your help. So what are the scores?
Well, Steam, Craig is beating you to the bottom. Craig is back up to 0 points.
Oh, no. Steam's going to losing another day.
Then at 1 point, we have Amy Mack, Christina, Diana, Jenny, Kristen D, Robert, and Steam.
All of you on the board, you have a chance to get more points in the second half of this day. And this is the beginning of the week. Remember, we're going to take the points from the whole week, tally them up, and you can win a t-shirt. So don't fret yet.
At 2 points, we have Emily and Tom Johnson. In sole possession of 3 points, we have Septic.
Right in the middle.
We have Kevin Lovett Jr. with 5 points.
Doing well.
And we have Danny, who may or may not be intending to win, with 6 points.
We never know anymore, do we?
No, we
it's
don't.
A new week. I feel like when it's a new week, she goes for it. Ian has Karen'd already. We don't have a question right now, but has just yelled Karen for the entire evening, I assume. Emily just made a smoothie. It tasted it and said to herself, I'm not entirely sure what this tasted like. Oh, look, it's mush.
You should see a doctor.
This is cold mush. All right, that's the goal. I'm on board, says Robert. Let's see. All right. So I think this is a good time to take a blanket Karen. That's what Ian does on dates.
I will record -5 points.
Yes. So we had like we said, we're going to gather up all the points for the week, right? And whoever has and then we at the end of the week we give a t-shirt away for the winner, right? And so we didn't announce the winner because the week just ended yesterday for us. We start on Mondays. So we need to announce our winner from last week. I don't know what I did with my t-shirt. It used to be like right there. And now I don't have it. Cat ate the t-shirt. Oh my God.
For the record,
yeah.
Jenny says my blueberry quinoa chocolate is amazing.
See, you made a good suggestion. I'm going to go get a t-shirt.
Coffee and cherry and greens. That's a really bold combo, Emily.
Look, they're back here, t-shirts. We put them back here. Ta-da! T-shirt. There you go. New t-shirt. You can win this one in whatever size you want as long as it's a size that we have. And that size is large.
We need more than that.
I like to limit it, and it makes them feel really happy when we say we have more than that. What we have to do is manage their expectations.
Bye,
Caitlin.
Kevin.
See ya. Bye, Kevin. Kevin was doing really well, too. Yeah. Where did Kevin have to go?
I don't know. It's none of my goddamn business.
Oh, he's going to go run. That might be a euphemism.
That might be a euphemism.
I prefer my combo. Whatever I can get my hands on.
In a blender?
In a blender. Nice. Yeah, that's good.
Septic makes smoothies. And it's like, here's a banana and some peanut butter and some leftover beef stew.
This is dog food, and I found this. It's a tennis ball.
This is a chocolate chip cookie.
This is an old shoe. This is another older blender.
Will it blend?
All right, so who was the winner for last week?
The winner of the t-shirt for last week is Melissa.
Melissa! You have to give us your address so that we can haunt you.
And tell us the size you would like.
Yeah, tell us the size that you want. So just send me a Facebook message or something and let us know the size that you want and and give us your address so that we can ship it to you. We would appreciate that. Yes, congratulations, Melissa. But this is a new week. Everybody can win because there's still time. It is the first day of the week. So even if you don't have a ton of points right now, you could have a ton of points by Sunday. So let's not wait any longer and move on to question number 6.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What king of France was husband to Marie Antoinette?
All right, pretty straightforward question. We're looking for a king of France who was also the husband of Marie Antoinette. So he had 2 jobs. He was a king and a husband at the same time. I know that seems hard to do, but it's possible. They definitely did that. All right, getting question. We got answers coming in already. There's about 35 seconds left on the clock. Tom went with the Archduke Chocula.
Style point.
The style point for that. Isis says Le Poupou de Murder.
Style point.
Let's see. His Majesty, says Craig. Not sure which one, but that's what you would call him at the time.
Not specific enough.
No, you don't think it's going to work? 10 seconds left on the clock. Get your answers in, everybody. We want to make sure that you get the points if you know the answers. We've already got Septic in with Louis the Fourth. Time's up. So let's go to the chat. And then I will type things about time being up. All right. So let's see. We've got Louis the Fourth. We've got Louis the 18th. We've got King Charles, Jacques Chirac. We've got King Louis, just regular Louis. Louis. We've got King Donald Trump, says Steam. He has a theme that he's going with, I see tonight. Emily says Craig Lewis, Tom Marvella Riddle. It's a long name.
Yeah.
That's
Sir Craig Lewis, Tom Marvella Riddle. That's
Sir
you, lady.
Ichabod. Oh, I don't know. It was like Sir Isaac Ichabod something Reginald. I don't remember. Somebody, yeah, go find it and tell us what that throwback was. Oh shit, Craig should get this. It's a Doctor Who show. King Louis the 16th. That looks like, says Danny.
That's yeah.
And Louis the 14th, says Gordon Sr. Georgia, says Robert. I don't know if that's the country or the city, or the country or the state, or the king. I guess there's a Georgia king. I'm not familiar. There's a George. Louis, not sure the number, says Melissa. That's probably not going to cut it. There's a lot of Louis. Trey goes with the 14th, Louis the 14th. Shaggy just went with Keith Center. And Trey says hi. Time's up on the Facebook chat as well. So did anyone get it correct?
Yes.
Someone got it right. Oh my goodness. This wasn't going to be a closest one anyway. So what was the correct answer?
Louis the 16th.
Louis the 16th. Danny seems to have gotten that one.
Yeah.
Danny came in with Louis the 16th.
If Trey and Gordon Sr. had just transposed to Roman numerals, they would have gotten it right.
Except they didn't use Roman numerals.
I know. I'm saying in their brains.
Right. If they had flipped the V and the I and then turned that into a number, you would have gotten it. Only one person. Septic was only 12.
Only 12.
Only 12 off. I don't even know how many Louis there are, but that seems like a lot of Louis.
How many Louis are there?
Too many damn Louis, says Trey. How many Louis were there? Can somebody... there's at least 16. Was he the last Louis There had to be other Louis, right? There's no way.
How many kings?
Let the people find out. Give them something to do. Let them eat facts. Wasn't that a Marie Antoinette?
There were 18 French kings named Louis.
Oh, 18 Louis. 18 Louis sounds like a band name. There's a band called 18 Louis. Danny says there's 19. Tom says we gotta go now. He doesn't actually have to go. He's just doing a song.
The internet says there's 18, Danny.
There's 18 Dannys?
No, that's not what he said.
His Majesty King Louis the 16th. Craig would like to point out that feels like he's also correct.
Yes, that's true.
Louis 18th and Charles X Xavier. Charles the 10th.
Charles the 10th.
All right, let's move on then to 7,
this
right?
Is 19 though. There's a 19th one.
But only 18 of them. Oh my God! Did they skip somebody?
That's weird.
Now we have to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. No, that's the 19th one. They're all there.
Then why did
he was a king for less than an hour. That's probably the problem.
Nominally king for less than an hour. So he doesn't really count.
There's also multiple kings with that name. Did you see that? Open that window again.
I'm sorry.
Why did you close the window? No, you have to do the right click thing. And then you do open.
Yelling at me?
Because you closed something really important.
What are you talking about?
Do it on the header, right over there.
Right there?
Welcome to an episode of Another Wasted Hour where we teach you how to use the Chrome tabs. Yeah, reopen. Oh, it won't let you because you opened a new one, probably.
Because you opened a new one, probably.
I didn't open the new one. Now you got to do it all over again. 88 Finger Louis.
How many?
Danny's multiplying. That is true. Holy shit, there are 18 Dannys. Fuck, I can't even take care of one. That says Danny.
And what do you want?
Let's see. Yeah, look at this, though. Multiple kings with the name. So there's more than that! There's a bunch of other Louis. There's hundreds of Louis, probably. Somebody go find out how many Louis there are. Oh my God, there's like...
Oh, there's ones in different countries.
Yeah! There's like 7 Louis the Fifths.
And then there's Louis Vuitton.
There's Louis Vuitton, which I don't think
This is
counts.
fucking stupid. In the Louis the Fifth article...
The Louis V article. It's the Louis V article.
In the Louis V article...
Good old Louis V.
There's a Louis the Fourth.
Oh, yeah, there is. Why is there a Louis the Fourth?
It says Louis the Fifth may refer to Louis the Fifth of France, Louis the Fifth Duke of Bavaria, Louis the Fifth Elector Palatine, Louis the Fifth Landgrave of Hesse-Darmstadt, Louis the Fourth Holy Roman Emperor.
Yeah, but 5th of Germany. He's Louis the Fifth of Germany.
Then why didn't they just say Louis the Fifth of Germany?
I don't know. That's super weird. But I like that they put Louis Vuitton in there. They were like Louis V, you know, Louis V. Good old Louis V.
Hey, Louis V.
Hey, you got your Louis V's on? Yeah, dude. Going to the party with my Louis V's. All right, we're wasting so much time. Let's go to question number 7.
That was so fucking worth it. Okay. This is a softball question.
Yeah.
What is Elvis Presley's middle name?
What is Elvis Presley's middle name? 60 seconds on the clock. We need the entire middle name, not just the initial. It's obviously Louis V.
Louis V.
It's Elvis Louis V. Presley.
Just for the record, in case it wasn't already clear, we do the show for ourselves.
Oh yeah,
not for you.
If nobody was watching, this would be the same exact show. It'd just go quicker.
Yeah.
We would just do an answer. We'd be like 60 seconds on the clock. No one answered. Move on to the next question. And then we just spend the other half hour just going, Louis V!
Louis V!
Hey, Louis V! What's going on? Hey, Louis V! Where you got your shoes? On your feet. Louis V! So if you don't know, if you ever go to New Orleans, and if you go to New Orleans in Louisiana, there's like a thing. Oh, time's up. We're going to the chat here. So if you go to New Orleans, then
these people walk around and they will approach you
on Bourbon Street usually. On Bourbon Street. Yeah, which is the big thoroughfare where like all of the people go who are tourists.
And they will come up to you.
Yeah.
And they'll say.
And I'm just looking with my binoculars.
Pardon me,
I'm taking pictures because I'm taking pictures because I'm a tourist.
And I say, I bet you I can tell you where you got your shoes at.
These shoes?
Yeah, $5. I bet you I can tell you where you got your shoes at.
There's no way you know where I got these shoes at.
Would you like to take my bet?
Yes, I would like to take your bet.
They're on your feet.
That is a fact. So you get it? It's because I tell you where you got your shoes at, and they're on your feet. That's where they're at. And that's the whole thing. But they get so mad at you if you ruin it for them. I had one come up to me and he was like, hey, that I can tell you where you got your shoes at. And I was like, on my feet. And he's like, don't you fucking tell anyone.
And then we had one come up when you were like ahead of us or something.
Yeah.
We were walking to Mother's.
Yeah.
And somebody came up, was it Trey? I think somebody came up to Trey and was like, I bet you can tell you where you got your shoes on. And he was like, oh yeah, they're on my feet. And the guy goes, ha ha, want to buy some weed?
You want some drugs? No, seriously.
Drugs?
All right, let's go down the answers because we are out of time here. Tom Johnson, first one with Aaron. Craig went with the Costello answer, first one with that. Ian went with Marvello, the middle name Marvello. No, is that not right? Okay. Eric Sanford replied to Emily with Aaron, which is a weird way to do that.
What? I didn't even see that.
And Emily says Marvello as well. That's a very popular answer. Isis says, oh, hip shake. And Robert says King, otherwise known as the King.
The King.
And Septic was the last one in with the answer Aaron over on Twitch. Last person to get it in before time was up. The correct answer?
Aaron.
Is Aaron! Tom Johnson with the 2 points. Danny, Steam. I'm going to give it to Eric, who for some reason replied to Emily. I don't know why.
Says, maybe back on the boat.
Amy said Aaron with 1A. I think that's close enough. We knew what you meant. Who's there. Amy Mack. Amy Mack got that. Trey.
So many of these.
Trey got it. Melissa got it. And Shaggy got it.
I got that.
And then Septic got it. Look at this. Septic back on the boat.
I may have really fucked up these points, so keep them as a note. And at the end, we'll go over them.
So stay around because we're going to go over these points at the end. It is Aaron.
Or Aaron like Karen.
Yeah, Aaron like Karen. But it is otherwise known as Aaron. Are you fucking with me right now, Aaron? Don't give me that shit, Aaron.
Melissa, yeah, we had a really good time at Mother's. We had a lovely dinner. I think somebody got the debris sandwich.
Yeah, we got one to share.
That's right. Yeah. We got the debris sandwich to share.
Isis says she hated Bourbon Street. It smelled like vomit and shellfish.
That's why we go kind of in off-season. It smells significantly less like vomit because they wash the street every day. And there's fewer people to throw up on it.
I like December.
Yeah, December.
We went in January this time. It was a little colder, it felt like. When we went in December before, it was cool. At night, it got a little touch like chilly because there was some wind, but you put on a light jacket, you were good, right? This time, there were actually some nights where I was like, this is a cold night. But because it's like December, we did it like the week before the week of Christmas. So kind of mid-December. There was nobody around. They did like, the Celebration of the Oaks. So there was like a light show in the park.
Like a crafts festival.
Yeah. There were all these really neat things. You could go anywhere you wanted to eat because there was nobody around.
Yes.
It was so great.
We got into, what was the place with the shrimp?
Mr. B's.
Mr. B's, just walked in.
Yeah.
There was a table.
There were more people, I think, this last time because we had to wait some. But I don't think we ever waited in December.
We had to wait 15 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The only time we waited was Deanie's, I think,
the first time. We had more people this time.
That's true. That is fair. All right, the boat.
And we got to wait at Deanie's. We got to go into their renowned casino.
Oh, that was, we went to a place called Deanie's, which is terrible. Don't go to Deanie's, by the way. It's not good. It's
like the TGI Fridays of Cajun food.
It's worse than that.
Extremely accessible if you've never had Cajun food before, but if you have had Cajun food before, you'll probably be disappointed by the lack of authenticity.
Yeah, no, it's not even. I think like TGI Fridays has some okay food. This was like, like I don't know.
Everything was just oily.
Everything was just not good. Like it was like meh to like upsetting.
Yeah.
And there was a line like out the door for it. But the best part is they had a casino. So you were waiting in the lobby and there was a sign and it went into this kind of small area and it had it had swinging doors and there was an arrow that pointed kind of down that said casino and I thought, "Oh my god, is there like a basement casino? I'll go to the casino." Because we had like an hour wait or something because somebody had suggested this, said you have to go to Deanie's. And I turn the corner and I just start laughing because all it is a hallway and it's got like 2 video poker machines. That's the casino. It was hilarious. Oh man, that was good. But I won money. You did win money.
I won like $20 or something like that.
Lucky casino. Yes, Deanie's sucked.
Yeah.
Let's see if I'm if I'm in pumps, they won't be mine. I'll rock that shit.
Oh yeah, for the I bet you I know where your shoes at.
Oh right, yeah. All right, so let's move on to question number 7, 8. Did I forget to hit the button?
Oh no.
I feel like we did that one, so it's question number 8. 8. All right, question number 8.
Okay. This is one of my favorite types of questions, and my mom really likes them too. What is the name for a group of crows?
It's a Monday question, everybody.
Monday!
If you don't know this one, you should probably not do so much trivia. So, it is 1 minute on the clock. 1 minute on the clock. Once again, it looks like both the people who are watching on YouTube and Twitch faster than everybody else. Definitely answers coming in quicker from there, just so you all know. You may want to follow us on Twitch. There's just a chance. Joy Ford Rogers joined at one point. I don't know if she's still here, but hi, Joy, if you're still watching in. You can just throw your answer in the chat, and that will get you a point if you know the correct answer.
Too many participants.
20 seconds left on the clock. There are a lot of participants.
Make some of them leave so this is easier.
I feel like if we have more people, this is good though. We've got 23 people. I'm really excited about this. We'll probably go another week and see if we get a little bit bigger. But once we do, I'm thinking that we should probably split up into teams. And I got to figure out what that's going to look like. I'm not sure exactly. But time's up. We're going to the chat. So think about it. How would we do teams? That would be a really interesting thing. And then all of the teams get points. And then we'd have to, I guess, send out more t-shirts. There'd be a lot of t-shirts probably. All right, because we'd have to give the whole team a t-shirt, it seems like.
Yeah, but what if someone on the team has already gotten a t-shirt?
That's true. They don't get another t-shirt, right? I don't feel like that's fair. All right. Let's go to the answers. I just checked on Facebook. We've moved over to the chat. Looks like number 1 coming in about, 3 seconds before anyone else. Septic scope with a murder, which I think we all know is correct. That is the correct answer. So we're just going to go down the line and see all the people who got it. Trey got murder. Craig over on YouTube got murder. Emily got murder. Amy Mac got murder. Tom got murder. Trey cues the dramatic music. Steam got murder. Isis got murder. Oh my God! Isis gets a point.
A real point.
A real girl point.
Like
a real boy point. A real person point. Oh my goodness. Write this down on your calendars, people.
I did.
She didn't even go for just a style point. She went full on point. Melissa says murder. Eric Sanford says murder. Septic says no boat this time. No boat. Oh, okay. You're feeling good. Does that mean that you don't need the boat? You're just walking on water. Danny says murder. William says murder. A single crow is an attempted murder. I feel like it should be 2 crows as an attempted murder. It's like a pair of crows.
Yeah.
Did Trey just copy me in real time again? Yeah, probably. As did everybody else. Gordon Sr. says a murder. Robert says Brandon Lee.
Oh. Style point, but that's tacky.
Yeah. Too soon. What is a group of 3 or 4 crows? Attempted murder. There's Trey with the follow-up on that. The library with the revolver. In the library with the revolver. What you got?
Apparently every time you go murder, Brody just dies laughing.
Murder! Let's see. I call Colonel Mustard. What if I'm not a joiner? Well, then you won't be able to make furniture. What if I don't want to do a team? Well, then there's no I in team, and you are Dan I. That would be difficult. Teams would be difficult. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What do you call a group of nerds playing trivia? A lot of nerds. Got it. Real point for me. Love red rum, which a lot of people don't know. If you spell red rum backwards, it's murder.
Murder.
No 2 crows are a double two crows are a double homicide.
That's right.
And then Brody is dying every time Keith draws out the word murder. All right, so did you get all the points?
Yes.
That was a tough one.
I mean, I think so.
If our points are wrong at the end, that's all right. Just let us know if you thought you had more points and we'll correct it. We're going on to question number 9, folks.
What is the name of the hospital on the TV series Grey's Anatomy?
There you go. Some of you have watched this show. It's been around for a long time.
Long time.
Right? And so you need to answer with the correct answer. Is it true that there's a couple of answers that would work here?
Yes.
So during the time of the show, it may have changed names. Right? And either of those names would be correct. So let us know that. 60 seconds on the clock, by the way. You got a few extra seconds there because I forgot to hit it. So go ahead and put the name on there. How precise do people need to be?
I'll be relatively flexible.
Relatively flexible.
I'm going by things they call it on the show.
Okay, so if like one of the characters was like, hey, we're at our hospital.
Yeah.
Then you'd be like, that's correct.
Yeah.
No? That's what they'd say.
Could you read out loud
Let's go back
Johnson's answer?
to the hospital. Steam says Donald Trump Hospital because he doesn't want to break a trend. Tom Johnson says Our Lady of the Burning Underpants.
Style point.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing you should have looked at a hospital. 15 seconds left on the clock. Get your answers in. General Hospital has come in. That's a guess that some people have. A very well-known hospital. MASH. ISIS goes with MASH, and I believe that's which is also the instrumental version of Suicide is Painless. Right? I believe that's what there's actually a song that has lyrics called Suicide is Painless. And that's the Muzak version of it. All right, time's up. Going to the chat.
I'm confused by Eric.
Why is that?
Because Eric said, Caitlin, can I have a point? If you get an answer right, sure. I see that you've gotten 2 answers right.
So yes, you can have a point. Does he want a style point, perhaps?
For what?
I don't know. For just being Eric.
Lovable Eric style point.
Yeah.
Granted
style point for Eric just for being lovable. All right. Let's see. Let's start at the top because our time is up. What do we have? A group of wooks is a burden. That's good to know. Group of wooks. 5 cred coins to Steven. There you go. For what did he get it for? What do you call a group of nerds playing trivia? He gets 5 cred coins. So the first cred coins of the week have gone out. Congratulations to Steven. Let's see. Gotta say red rum in the creepy kid voice. Double homicide or manslaughter 2. Gray Sloan is our first answer. Jenny gets that in before everybody else. Let's see. The next one that looks like it might be a real answer. Melissa says Seattle General. Danny says Seattle Grace Hospital. Craig went with General Hospital. Emily says, well, this is the only time in my life that I've regretted not watching Grey's Anatomy. Eric would like a point. He has 2 points, so congratulations. Gordon says City Hospital. It's just City Hospital. Seems a little vague, maybe. It does seem like it's probably a city hospital, but Seattle Grace Hospital says Trey. Tom says that Emily is a scrub. Septic says Seattle Grace Hospital. Septic's in the UK and had a guess. Just saying. Emily Mack says Seattle General.
I just called her Emily Mack.
Oh, Amy Mack. Why did I say Emily Mack?
I don't know.
Amy Mack says Seattle General. Suicide is harmless, says Melissa, which is not a fact.
It's a reference to a song, but it's actually Suicide is painless.
Right. Well, I said that on the show.
Yeah.
Back on the boat, says Septic. MASH, the movie had lyrics. That's true. Are you paddling Septic's boat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're trying to get Septic across the pond here. Because suicide is painless and it brings on many changes. That is true, Isis. My mom would not let me learn that on piano as a kid because of the title. Oh. One bitch slap back at you, Craig, says Steam. All right, so by any chance, did anyone get that correct?
Yes.
All right, what is the first correct answer?
Seattle Grace Hospital.
So Seattle Grace Hospital. And it looks like Seattle Grace Hospital.
Oh,
Danny...
no, sorry. I thought you meant, like, what is the first possible one?
Oh, okay.
The first actual correct one was Grace Sloan.
So Grace Sloan or Seattle Grace Hospital, both correct. The person to get one of those right first was Jenny. Jenny with 2 points. We've also got points for Melissa. No, Melissa's Seattle General. That's not right. No, Seattle Grace is correct. So that means Danny gets 1 point. Sacred Heart, unfortunately, not correct. Trey gets a point. Septic gets a point. Back on the boat. Seattle General, unfortunately, not correct. And that is all of them. Those are all the people who got points. So we're getting towards the end here, folks. We're going into our 9th question, which means it is our penguin.
That was the penultimate.
That was the penultimate question?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally missed it. That was our penguin question.
Yeah.
So we're at the last one.
We're at the last question.
It's gone so quickly.
Oh,
the time has passed so quickly. I'm going to miss everyone so much, though. What are we going to do? Can we do this again sometime?
How about tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
Sure, I'm free at 7.
Okay, let's do it at 7.
We're going to be back here tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Why?
Because we're free. And stuck at home. We've got nothing else to do.
Are we promoting anything?
Nope. We're not. 10th question.
Who wrote the score for 8 movies in the Star Wars franchise?
This is kind of a gimme for the nerds out there. This is the last question of the night. It is May the 4th, so it is Star Wars Day. Some marketing person probably came up with that and then made the nerds think they came up with it. So now we need the answer for the composer who wrote the score for 8 of the Star Wars franchise movies in the franchise. So let's get that in. Answers in. 60 seconds on the clock. Last chance to get points tonight. So make sure that you get your answers in there. Let's see. Hell yeah, the boat has not failed me yet, says Septic. Let's see. Jenny says, that's my show. Keith's highlighter was the ultimate pen. Ah, you get it?
Yes.
That's what Tom says. Tom Johnson. Speaking of highlighters, let's see. We got some answers in. Jenny says, eat tacos Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. We got to eat tacos. We don't have tacos. I mean, we have to go to the store. We're not allowed to go to the store because we can't leave the house.
We could order from Bar Taco?
Maybe 15 seconds left on the clock. Get your answers in. Lots of people going with the same answer, it seems like. Except Isis, who says conductee MC Waverton. style point for that. All right, time is up. Going to the chat. Let's take a look. A lot of John Williams, it looks like. Which I don't want to ruin the surprise for anyone. But I feel like there's a reason. But Emily says, in my humble opinion, the best music scorer ever. Obviously don't know Mia Hamm, who's also one of the best scorers of all time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just saying. It's all in the naming convention. Composer Donald Trump, says Steam. I think I'm going to paint my boat black and call it Mary Beth. Wait, you can order out from Bar Taco?
Yeah.
You have just blown Craig's mind at this point. I had to start to reply about you take it or leave it if you please.
He was replying to ISIS.
Oh, okay.
Just writing his answer.
Eric, for some reason, is replying to people and it doesn't know. Helping ISIS this time. So John Williams, I think, is that the correct answer?
Yes.
It is. Trey came in first, it looks like, with John Williams. Amy Mack had Williams. Is that good enough? That seems...
I didn't say that it had to be both names, so I'll allow it.
But there's so many Williamses.
But I didn't say it had to be both names.
Okay, so you're going to take Williams as well. How about just John?
No.
Why? That's just as common.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness. So Eric replied to ISIS with John Williams. You know, just because. Let's see. What else? What else do we have? Those, I think, are all of them. Well, I didn't do all of them. I'm sorry. So Amy Mack said Williams. Tom Johnson, John Williams. Emily, Septic, Melissa, Craig, Eric, Danny. And that's it. That's where we stopped at when the time came in. I don't know what the Cinco de Mayo is, but I've always been around, but it always seems to be around May 5th. That's true. And you know what? I'm big actually in celebrating Cinco de Mayo because I enjoy mayonnaise. So, and I believe that's what it's celebrating, right?
Yeah, we're having spaghetti for Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, we're gonna have 5 different types of mayonnaise. That's what you do. It's tradition. Jurassic Park was the best song ever. All right, interesting. Sergio Leone is the best. What did Sergio Leone compose? What movie did he do, Septic? I'm not winning today anyway, says Amy. Oh, do you have a P.O. box where we can send you things like a bunch of creepers? No, we don't. Not at all. No. We don't even have a house that you could come to, unfortunately.
This is a green screen.
Yeah. We had to borrow somebody else's house, and they're going to kick us out right after this. All right, so those are the Dollars trilogy. Which are the Dollars trilogies? You've got me on that, Septic. Are those British movies that maybe they didn't make it over here? Or is that, name one of the Dollars trilogies. I don't know what those are. Anyhow, so we've come to the end of the show, everybody. We're going to go over all of your points. So let's go over the points first, and then we'll get to the shares. So these are the points that you should have as well. Let us know if your points differ from ours in some major way.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
The good and the bad and the ugly. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Okay, I have Amy Mack with 4, Christina with 1, Craig with 2, Danny with 12, Diana with 1, Emily with 4, Eric with 3, Gordon with 1, Isis with 1, Jenny with 3, Kevin Levitt Jr. with 5, Kristen D with 1, Melissa with 3, Robert with 1, Septic with 8, Shaggy with 2, Steam with 3, Tom Johnson with 6, and Trey with 5.
Septic did good tonight.
Good job, Septic.
Yeah.
Septic, I think that puts you in second place.
That's pretty great. We have shares, so we're going to the shares on Facebook. If you want to participate on that, you can head over to Facebook and get into the live stream there and hit the share button. And you also get a point for that. Emily gets a point for sharing. Robert gets a point for sharing. Craig gets a point for sharing. Emily gets another point for sharing. She has shared twice. Isis gets a point for sharing. Stephen Brody gets a point for sharing, otherwise known as murder. Murdering the share button.
Hang on, I have to add Brody.
Add Brody in there.
Okay.
Steam gets a point for sharing, just with an X. I don't know why you just put an X. That is a very weird thing to put. And then Craig gets 2 more points for sharing. They were all in different times, I believe. All right. So let's see. Now that we've gotten all points handled, who is our winner for the night?
Danny.
Danny wins the night. But I would just like to say our international winner of the night is Septic.
Woo!
Right? We have a U.S. winner of the night, but we have our international winner. So give them both a round of applause. Danny, would you like to give a acceptance speech? You know what, Septic, if you want an acceptance speech as well for being our international winner of the night, I will also accept that. Do we have anybody who wants to give the loser speech? It seems like Steam didn't lose. I'm very concerned about Steam.
Steam didn't lose.
He was really trying hard to lose, and then now he can't seem to do it. So if you need some help, Steam, just let us know. So while we're doing that, also we need a color. So Danny, you can either Danny says, shuts my eyes and whimpers, fuck, may the force be with you. Danny, do you want to pick the color for the studio tomorrow, or do you want Septic to pick it as the international winner? That is up to you. You can pass on those duties if you'd like. So since we've gotten through all of that, everybody, once again, let us know if for some reason your points didn't line up. Oh, Isis says 7 style points, 1 real point, and 1 share point. So if anybody else got more than 7 style points, let us know. But it looks like Isis is going to be our king and queen of style.
Septic can pick the color. Septic, you need to pick a color that the studio will be tomorrow. As
Yep.
specific as possible, please.
Yeah, you have to pick the color that you want the light for the studio to be tomorrow. That is your congratulations for winning the international award. All right, so let's go down all of the business. We do this at 7 o'clock every night. If you're the first person in and say the word first, you get a point for doing just that. To do that, you're probably going to want to subscribe and get alerts, right? On YouTube, you've got the subscribe button. You've got the little bell thing. They say, like, ring the bell. Whatever the people say that do videos, do that. We're not those people. If you're on Twitch, they're going to be like, hey, give me a sub, right? And do things. And then you can do like follow, and then you can do like alerts and stuff. Do those things so that you get alerted. On Facebook, you go up to the top, there's a follow, there's a little bell there is where you want to do all so that it lets you know whenever we go live, right? We don't spam people with stuff. We're just pretty much doing this at 7 o'clock each night. So go make that happen. We'd love a like on Facebook, on YouTube, on on Instagram, Twitter, follows. Do those things. Another Wasted Hour. On Twitter, it's a Wasted Hour. But on the others, it's Another Wasted Hour. So go check that out and just hit those buttons to make us look popular. I also have a podcast. It's called Another Wasted Hour, just like this. You can find it on all of your podcasting streaming places. Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Anywhere that you would go find a podcast, if you search for Another Wasted Hour, you will probably find our podcast. It has the little icon, just like it has down here, or to the side. If I go over here, there. See that? See that? If it has that icon on it, then it's us. So go check that out. There's like 140 episodes. There's some really funny comedy stuff about zany news on the internet. We've got some trivia about some really weird topics in the game show that we created called Please God Just Get One Right. Just for the record, people usually don't just get one right because they don't get any right. It's pretty rough.
But it's hilarious. Though.
Mm-hmm. If they win one, they get a gift. And then you get to find out the ridiculous gifts that they get. Then you also get exposed to some really great local artists and musicians from the Washington, D.C. area, Virginia, Maryland, D.C. People you probably wouldn't be exposed to otherwise, but you should go check it out. It's absolutely free. 140 episodes.
100 of episodes.
100 of episodes. And then give us a review. Put some stars places where nobody can see them. And do all of those things. We'd appreciate it. That's all of the like businessy stuff. Did we end up getting?
Septicus declined the offer to pick a color. So Danny has decided on any type of purple. I will choose a nice deep purple for tomorrow.
We're going with purple.
We did like a brighter purple last time. We're going to go a little deeper this time.
We're going to go a purple nurple tomorrow at 7 o'clock. All right, so yes, tomorrow, 7 o'clock, we're going to do Tuesday. It gets a little bit harder. Don't forget on Wednesday, we're going to do our Wager Wednesday again. That means we're going to do 10 questions, but on the 11th question, we are going to give you a category. You have to make a wager, and it can be a wager all the way up to the number of points that you've earned for the entire week, okay? If you get that question correct, you get those number of points. If you get it wrong, though, you lose that number of points. So it's a big wager, but it could make or break some folks. So join us Wednesday for that. And then Friday, of course, is Free For All Friday. You'll be able to join the show. We're going to put up a Zoom call, and everybody can participate. So you'll want to meet us up for that. But tomorrow, Tuesday, 7 o'clock, we will be back here for that. So until then, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. We're going to get through this. You, us, we'll keep each other company. We'll keep each other sane. We'll entertain ourselves. We'll make it something that we look forward to and distracts us from the rest of the... Oh, there's a tongue on my cheek. The rest of the world. Something that you think, well, I don't need to go out tonight because there's trivia. Maybe I'll just stay in one more night, even though they're making us do it. But we'll be here. We also want to give a shout out to all the people who are making the world go round right now. We've got healthcare workers and delivery people, all these people who have to be at their jobs, don't have an opportunity to work from home, and we really appreciate it. We know it's dangerous out there and scary for you, and it means the world for us that you're doing what you do. So we're staying home to try and make that easier for you. And that's it, right? So
that's all the things.
You want to hit the button? So tomorrow, 7 o'clock, we will see you then. Good night.